Hello, welcome to Jem Outdoors, or welcome back. Today's video is going to be all about my kit for wild camping. I love hiking and that is how I got into wild camping. But I don't love hiking when I'm struggling because of the weight on my back. So I've made quite a few changes in the last 2 wild camps that I've done, and that is also what I'm going to be talking about today. So first things first, let's talk about bags. The first bag I went out and bought was the Osprey Kyte 60 litres for women. I did a bit of research. I know that Osprey are a good brand, and I went and I found this bag second hand because if I can, I will find myself a bargain. It comes with a rain cover at the bottom. It has a stretchy section at the front that you can shove things in. At the moment it's got a map. I would actually say I find this stretchy section a bit pointless. Yes, I can get my map in there, but I don't think I'd be able to get my raincoat in there because there's not a lot of give in it when the pack's full. It has got a water bladder section at the back, which I love. It's got a little zippy bit at the top, and it also has another stowaway section in here. The other thing that a lot of people would like about this backpack is that you can gain access to it from the front. So this unzips and you can open it up that way. I never use that. I don't know why, I just never do. I think I pack my bag in such a way that I pull things out as I need them anyway. So that's not a necessary function for me, but it is definitely a pro of the bag. It's a really comfortable bag. It took a lot of fiddling around with the torso length and things to get it right, but once I hit that sweet spot, it's really comfortable. After my second wild camping trip, I walked quite a long distance and I started to feel some pain in my shoulders, and when I got home I felt a little bruised on my hips, and I put a post up on a Facebook group, and someone said to me, the bigger the bag, the more stuff you'll put in it and the heavier it's going to be. And they advised that I get a smaller bag. Now I was thinking about getting a smaller bag anyway because we're coming into summer and I won't need the space of this one. So I went out and I got a 35 to 45 bag. This is a Lowe Alpine Airzone bag, also a really good bag. I managed to fit all of my gear in this bag. So it's really good for storage. You can fit loads in it, absolutely loads. Now let's talk about the things that I don't like about this bag in comparison to the Osprey Kyte. This bag doesn't have an obvious water bladder section. I like hiking with a water bladder, and I spent my whole time with this bag trying desperately to reach round and failing because I had my water bottle in the side pockets here, and I honestly, how many times I tried to get it out and I could not reach that water bottle, and I got so frustrated because every time I got thirsty I had to stop, take the bag off, have a drink, and it just was annoying more than anything else. It's got these really nice side zips. So it's got the mesh here where you can put your water bottle or whatever you want in there, but it also has these side zips here, which I was thinking I could probably fit a 1 litre water bladder, and it's got it on both sides, so I could have a 1 litre water bladder on each side to balance it out and just have it coming out and down over the straps. So that is something you could possibly do with this bag. Other than that, it's got all the mod cons that you would possibly desire. It extends from the side, so it becomes large, has a larger capacity or smaller capacity, and this section at the top as well. You can have it this size or you can have it this size. A really versatile, good bag. The other thing I like about this bag is these hip pockets. They are huge. I struggle to get my phone in the Osprey one, so that's that on bags. What I tend to do when I'm packing my bag is use a dry bag liner inside, so I'll pack my tent at the bottom usually because I want easy access to it, so I can unzip it from the bottom, get my tent out, because that's the first thing I put up. I know that people say that you should have it in the middle section close to your back for the weight, but then I've got to get everything out to get to my tent, and if it's raining that's not ideal, so I always keep my tent in the bottom of my backpack. And then I'll put in my dry bag, and then I'll put everything else in there, basically. Now that I've spoken about the bags, next thing we're going to talk about is my tent. This is the Vango Banshee 200. Again, I picked this up secondhand. It's a great little tent for a first timer. It's been out in fairly mild weather, to be fair, but I read a lot of reviews and did a fair bit of research, and everyone said that this is a great tent if you're new to wild camping. The only thing I would say that I've realised now, and I am in the process of ordering a brand new tent, which I'm really excited about, is that it's a bit on the heavy side if you're going to be going long distance, or if you're worried about carrying a heavy pack. I think it comes in at something like 2.3, 2.5 kilograms. So I'm looking at investing in a new tent, and I haven't decided if I'm going to keep this or sell it on yet. I'll see how I feel. So that's my tent. Oh, and it's really easy to put up. Like, the first time I put that tent up, I think I'd put a tent up once before with help, and it was so easy. One thing I forgot to mention about this tent is that it is a bit on the small side. It's advertised as 2-man, but you could definitely only fit one person in there. I'm only 5'4", and I can just about sit up in it. The other things I tend to pack at the bottom is my toiletry bag. I don't bring a lot. I've literally got some face cream, deodorant, toothbrush. I love this toothbrush. So I've seen a lot of people buy like bamboo toothbrush and then saw off the bottom. I just got one that folds out on Amazon, pack of 2. Like, can't even remember how much it was. It wasn't expensive at all. And it's really light. Love it. Perfect. Ideal. Yeah, deodorant, face cream, a hairband, because, you know, girls, and toothpaste is the other thing that usually goes in there. Next thing I'm going to pull out my bag is this bad boy. I really need to invest in a new head torch, because having watched other people's videos and seen other people wild camping, this is a monstrosity. I mean, it's huge, it's heavy, it's bulky, it takes up a lot of room in my backpack, but by Joe, is it powerful. I mean, the beam on it, ooh. This really helped me out when I climbed the Cheviot, and I called Mountain Rescue because I got stuck in a snowstorm. Okay, this is my bush box. This was a little stowaway on one of my camps. I didn't realise it was in there, so I was carrying around an extra kilo of weight for no good reason. Ridiculous. Okay, that's the bottom section. Usually in this top section here, I keep layers. So waterproofs, if it's going to be raining, or just, yeah, that's where I shove my layers as I take them on and off, because easy access. And I can't get them in there because it's really restricted. So in this inside zip pocket, I usually have some baby wipes. Oh, this is like a tent fix-it kit. A little trowel, which I've never had to use. I'm dreading the day. My spork, a compass, and a little first aid kit, some tissues. Now, to save on weight, when I bought this first aid kit, it was absolutely rammed full, and I added stuff to it as well. So what I've done to save on a little bit of weight is actually take out everything that's in there and customize it for me. So it's got a couple of paracetamol and ibuprofen, some throat lozenges, and a few other bits as well. But I don't take everything in the kitchen sink in here, because I just take the basics, okay, because that was quite a heavy. Oh, my little Swiss Army knife. I always bring this because you never know when that's going to come in handy. If I wanted to shift some more weight, I could probably get a smaller one of these, to be fair. Okay, that's that. Next, I haven't bothered lining my bag with a dry bag today because glorious sunshine. Spare clothes, So in here I usually have a spare pair of knickers, pair of socks as a spare pair, my down jacket and base layers. So that would be a pair of leggings and top. And the base layers that I have are OEX. They're like a bamboo, which is meant to be as good as merino but a bit cheaper. So I'll find the link and yeah, pop that in there somewhere. My electronics, power bank and the GoPro chargers, just in case it runs out, and then I've got spares. I can't tell you how many power banks I've bought. I'm not very good with electronics, basically. They always seem to fail on me, and I would get like one charge, if that, and then the thing would die or it wouldn't charge or whatever. So this power bank, this is the Anker 20,000 power bank. I love it. I've never run out of battery, and I'm charging my phone and I'm charging my GoPro batteries as well. This is a brilliant, it's quite heavy is the only thing. I might have a look and see if they do a bit of a lighter one, but love that bit of kit, love it. That's my dinner for later. Okay, cooking kit. This is the Shason pot and stove set. I got it on Amazon for like 20 quid, between 20 or 30 quid. And I know, you know, everyone raves about the Jetboil and all the rest of it, but this is really good. It cooks, it like boils water really quickly. I haven't had to change my gas yet at all on this, and I've used it quite a few times now. So it comes in this nice little, you've got a smaller pot and then a larger pot, and it fits nice gas in there. The other thing that I usually put in there is my ferro rod, but I couldn't find it today. A lighter, and it comes with this little stove which you just screw on to the top of the gas. Now, what I did the last time I went wild camping, again to shed some weight, is I got rid of this, I got rid of my ferro rod, and I got rid of this, and I just took the bottom pot because I was just cooking chili, and I can drink out of there as well. It's got a handle, so it's a bit big to drink tea or coffee out of, but I don't care about that, you know. So I shedded a couple of 100 grams in doing that. So yeah, it's a good little kit, and it is really lightweight. It's the gas that makes it heavy, really. The other thing that I have as well for my cookware is this little titanium frying pan. This is a new addition. I've only used it once. Lightweight, love it. I like a steak or a nice bit of meat, you see, so can't do that in the pot. But I will alternate, I will change this and try and keep it as light as possible from now on, depending on where I'm going and what I want to eat. So I think it comes down to preparation, knowing where you're going to be, knowing what you want to eat, and deciding how long your hike is going to be, how much weight you think you can bear. Because of the 2 wild camps that I've done recently, the first one I took all of this stuff and I only used this. So and I used this and the stove. That was it. So I didn't need to take those other pots. So I was carrying that and my wood and my little wood burner for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Again, I just bought on Amazon. I think it was like, again, between 20 and 30 pounds. I can't remember exactly. Okay, what else is in the bag? My Thermarest NeoAir X Therm. I love this mat. It's relatively comfortable. It definitely keeps me warm. Like, I love it. So it comes in this cute little bag. And when I first used this mat, I struggled to blow it up because I hadn't twisted the valve the right way. Let's not talk about that. But yeah, when I first used this mat, I blew it up like this. And somebody messaged me and said that you shouldn't do that because when you blow into your air mat, water droplets get into the air mat and can cause damp in there and a bit of mold. So I then decided to invest in this little gizmo, which I love. I'll put the weight up on the screen somewhere. It's called the Flextailgear pump, and it is brilliant. It's chargeable, so I can charge it with my power bank that I always carry with me. Oh, it's a bit noisy, but it blows up the air mat relatively quickly. The other reason I love this is because you can't see now, but it lights up. And it has 3 different levels of brightness, and it's got this little thing so I can hang it up. So it's multifunctional. We like things that are multifunctional. Here it comes. My sleeping bag. This is the OEX Leviathan 900. It is a down sleeping bag, and I love it. I have a down duvet at home, and it just reminds me of that. Now, what I will say, I'm going to take this back and moan at them, because the bit that you use to tighten the hood has come out. I mean, you spend over 100, I actually got a really good deal on this bag, but you spend over £100 on a sleeping bag. You do not expect that to happen, do you? Come on guys, not good enough. But I do love this bag. It does, like, there are feathers, a lot of feathers do come out of it. I don't know if that's normal, but hey ho. That's my sleeping bag. With my sleeping bag, for hygiene reasons and for warmth, I always have a liner. Now, in the winter I was using a fleece liner, which is big and bulky and takes up a lot of room in the bag. So I've switched it out now that it's a bit warmer for this microfiber, again OEX. I seem to really like their brand. I think it's because the gear seems quite good quality, but it's a fraction of the price. So yeah, but I bought this sleeping bag liner, which is microfiber. As you can see, it folds down into this neat little bag. It doesn't weigh that much, and I like having a liner in my sleeping bag. If it's hot, I can ditch the sleeping bag altogether and just sleep in this, which I have done on one occasion. I did end up needing the bag though. Anyway, so but I've been thinking about potentially packing this in with my Thermarest to save a bit of space, because I reckon if I lay my Thermarest out and then lay this on top and then roll it up, I think that'd work. I think that'd fit in there. So I'm going to try that the next time I have a camp. I'll let you know. And that, obviously tent pegs and poles are in there as well. And that, I think, is it. I've got my map in the front, map, which I always carry with me. That's it. So, if like me, you feel like your pack weight is really heavy and you're not enjoying your hike as much because your bag is really weighing you down, I found that I was concentrating so much on breathing, getting up the incline, you know, oh, my shoulders are hurting. My thought process was heavily based on the backpack, and that I didn't take in the walk as much. And I didn't realise it till I got home and I looked at my footage and I was like, oh my God, that was absolutely stunningly beautiful, that hike. And I don't feel like I took it in because I was uncomfortable, or you know, it was hard work carrying that backpack up there. And I know I'll get stronger and I will get better, and I'm already feeling much better. But if you want to lighten your pack, there are lots of things that you can do. So I have been introduced to a website called lighterpack.com, and what this website does is it shows you exactly where your weight is in your kit, within your kit, whether it's your shelter, your bag, your sleep system, your food, your cook system. You can enter in all the information in it, and it shows you in a pie chart exactly where your weight is bared, okay, within your kit. And what you can do from that is you can whittle things down. So you can, like I have with this pot and pan set, I've only taken the things that I actually really need and that are necessary. And it may sound silly because you're only shaving off a couple of 100 grams here or there, but it made a big difference. My last 2 wild camps, I think I went from a 15 kilo weight with this bag to probably around an 11 kilo with the Lowe Alpine bag. And that was, I mean, the bags weigh the same pretty much, give or take 100 grams, but that was just through whittling things down, shaving things off. Like, I took makeup when I went out with this bag. I didn't use it. So that's the other thing you can do when you go out and you're unpacking. Have a pile of things that you did use, things that you didn't use, and things that you're going to take even though you didn't use them, like your first aid kit, my trowel. They're things that I have to take in spite of the fact that I didn't use them. So there are some little tips there to see if you are able to lighten your pack. I personally am in the process of ordering a few new bits, which I'm really excited about. So hopefully you'll get to see them soon on future adventures. But for now, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'm going to have a little camp out tonight. I'm going to set up my tarp, cook myself some food, and have a little camp out in the woods. But that will be next week's video. So I hope you found this helpful. I know for me, enjoying my hike and getting my pack lighter is important to me, and something that I'm going to be working towards in the future, because I want to do long distance hikes. I want to do a few. I don't just want to do 1 night or 2 nights. I want to do something a bit longer at some point this year, and I need to build up my fitness and lessen the weight, reduce the weight in my pack. So if you've watched this, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.